But Andrew Tate is not hiding exactly who Andrew Tate is, and always has been. And clearly, he communicated exactly what it was and whatever it was that he does in Romania to my assistant, giving her the option. Maybe she wants to join. For all I know, maybe in Romania, which may be perhaps the reason he moved to Romania, whatever he was doing, being a modern Hugh Hefner, is legal. I definitely discriminate against men that paint their nails and wear dresses. I don't really care how you feel about that. You can wear your dress and you can paint your nails, but I'd prefer you keeping 100 feet away from a playground and all of the feet away from my children and me. When do we deploy troops to Australia? When do we invade Australia and free an oppressed people who are suffering under a totalitarian regime? When do we spend trillions of dollars to spread democracy in Australia? Australia currently, make no mistake, is a tyrannical police state. Its citizens are quite literally being imprisoned against their will. So when do we deploy?
So does she even know if it's a joke anymore? I know that she's got the teleprompter and she's trying to be very serious and she's doing her performative thing and everything, but I don't think that she really knows or cares about any of this. She's not invested enough to actually be joking or actually making a real point. She is literally just saying things.
The Australian government has done a very good job of keeping infections low by doing all the things that you say they shouldn't. And you can't let that be the case. So you have to call them out for tyranny when if you go ask an Australian, they're like, no, fine with it. Good, nice. Good on ya. We're just gonna stay in and figure it out ourselves. Thank you. Bye.
Yep. And it's a survival mechanism, right? We want to survive. And so when we get that feeling, my mother used to refer to it as the heebie-jeebies. When someone just gives you the heebie-jeebies, even if you can't quite put your finger on why, I think you need to lean into that. And I actually think that society would be safer if we discriminated more. What's happening now is insanity because they're telling us to accept everything. To say, it's fine. He just has a fetish. He likes to wear panties.
Oh, the heebie-jeebies. Yeah, I knew I felt something weird when her face got up on the screen. Yes, it's that feeling. Yeah, no, she's terrible. I bet her nails are painted in that video. Why? It's totally normal, totally acceptable for her. But if a man were to do that, then he's probably gonna murder her kids. That makes no sense. There's no evidence to support that. She feels it anyway, and is not the sort of person able to do the sort of critical analysis of herself that she would be able to look past that.
And my take on this is that I do not believe that Andrew Tate is a rapist. I don't. I think that that is what people like to accuse men of when they're trying to take them down, right? What he did, I believe that Andrew Tate was always upfront with all of these women in the same way that when you go to work for the Playboy Mansion, they're pretty upfront with the fact that you're gonna be walking around in a bikini wearing bunny ears.
I love her defense. So she's so certain. I think he's innocent because people always make these claims to take men down. And then her defense of him is, well, I think that maybe he said the thing, but maybe when he goes to Romania because you can do more shady stuff and you can only get away with it because it's super corrupt there. And obviously you couldn't do this in a Western country. It's super corrupt. And maybe he did the thing with, you don't seem as sure about what he actually did and whether it's, remember, because she's not just talking about just the law here. She's a woman with strong ethics and morals. She critiques the other side for their moral and ethical failings.
I think that Candace Owens spins in more circles than Britney Spears on Instagram.